My head feels foggy and muzzy as I roll over and look at the alarm clock. I've still heard nothing further from PC Day or anyone from the police. But today's Saturday. It's 1 week since I called Gavin Armitage. 1 week since I went to his studio and had the photos taken. Like PC Day said, maybe he only works weekends. Perhaps he's got another job too. He might be right. I doubt it. But he might be. Either way, I know Gavin works weekends. My mind's made up. I'm going to go down to his studio and confront him. Ask him why he's been taking secretive photos of me and why he feels the need to operate under a false name. A small part of me tells me this is a stupid thing to do. What if he's dangerous? Before I can even think about what I'm doing, I've grabbed a large kitchen knife from the block in the kitchen and zipped it up in my handbag. What if I get stopped by the police? But then, why would I? I'm not exactly the sort of person who's likely to be subjected to a stop and search. Either way, I decide that the risk of things turning nasty with Gavin is higher than the odds of the police stopping me on the way there. The cold air hits me square in the face as I open my front door. I head down the steps towards the street, faster than usual, and my foot slips a little on the icy step. The jolt of adrenaline is enough to stop me dead in my tracks. This isn't me. I've never wanted to confront anyone over anything in my life. I prefer to bury my head in the sand or avoid any sort of situation which might provide confrontation. So what am I doing? Heading off to the studio of a man I barely know, whose name I know to be false, who's been stalking me, complete with a kitchen knife in my handbag. On the face of it, it's sheer madness. Yet it feels absolutely right. I need to know who this man is. The bitter wind whips around my neck, and I can feel my earlobes turning numb. But none of it bothers me in the slightest. I'm like a homing missile, my focus on one place and one place only. I see nothing else. When I get to 86B Reynolds Street, I pause for a moment and then press the buzzer. I don't know how long I stand there. Probably only a couple of seconds, but feels like hours. I press the buzzer again, then step back towards the edge of the curb, looking up towards the first floor windows. It's dark inside, but then it would be. It's a photographic studio. I jam my finger against the buzzer again, pressing it and pressing it repeatedly, harder and harder. I give up. I close my eyes and lean back against the outside wall. I hear a click. "Can I help you?" says a voice. Female. Croaky. Old. I spin around and look back at the door and see a short woman, probably in her 70s, peering out from behind the main door to 86B. She's wearing a dark pink blouse with a blue tabard over the top of it. Yes, I'm looking for Gavin Armitage, the photographer from upstairs." The woman shakes her head and goes to close the door again. "Sorry, I don't know anyone by that name." "No, you might not," I say, stepping forward and putting my foot in the doorway so she can't close the door. "He uses different names, but he's the guy who runs the photographic studio." She studies me for a few seconds. "Are you a police officer?" "I'm investigating him," I say. "Is he in?" "There's nobody in, I'm afraid. The company downstairs only work Mondays to Fridays, but they don't do anything to do with photography. They're architects. I'm just the cleaner for the building." "And what about upstairs?" I ask. "Nothing." I blink. "What do you mean, nothing?" "Nothing," the woman repeats as if this explains everything. "There isn't anyone upstairs. There hasn't been for months." "No, I mean upstairs here. Those stairs," I say, pointing. "The photographic studio. I was there last week and it was there then." The woman curls her bottom lip over and shakes her head. "I don't think so, love. There's nothing up there." I feel my heart hammering in my chest. Can I take a look?" I ask, stepping inside the doorway as I say this, giving the woman no option. "If you like, but I'll need to come up with you," she replies, as if she's going to provide the necessary security muscle needed. I take the stairs 2 at a time. When I get to the top, I can't quite believe what I see. There's nothing there.